So this is my final engagement wedding proposal for Eliza, marriage proposal for Eliza. I've designed this, been designing it for about 2 months, gone through a lot of changes, but this is the final routine, and I designed it mostly from scratch. A little bit of help, I took some effects from when I was younger and used some of the concepts. But this brings together a lot of cool effects in one routine, which I really dig, so I hope you like it. We start off with a deck of cards, and she's going to be able to examine it. These are completely normal cards, as you can see. There's not anything weird about them. They're all there and accounted for. There's no half cards. There's no cards stuck together. It's not a trick deck. She's going to actually be handling these cards, so you know that they're real. The backs are all present and accounted for as well. There's nothing weird about the backs. She, like I said, she handles this deck, so there won't be any real problem with how legit the deck is. Then I'm going to have her select a card, and then so at home you're just going to kind of have to bear with the fact I'm just going to pull out a card. So in this demo she's picked the Ace of Diamonds, and I'm going to explain how important that selection is, and when she's prepared, when she's ready, to just mix it back into the deck. So we're going to do that. We're going to mix it back into the deck. It's pretty mixed up, but of course the big riffle shuffle is the one that really gives the impression that it's mixed up. And I can shuffle till the cows come home, and eventually she'll be satisfied, and I will ask her to name her card. She'll say Ace of Diamonds. I will flip over the top card to reveal that is her card, the Ace of Diamonds. She's then going to sign her initial in that diamond. Just put her initials there. And I'm going to have her basically do the same thing on the back. So she's going to just basically draw a diamond on the back and then put her initials in that diamond as well. And when she is ready, she's going to flip over the card. And I'm going to say that what happens when you do this is that putting your initials on the back causes your initials on the front to vanish. But instead of that happening, what actually happens is that the entire diamond from the card vanishes. So now you can see there's actually no diamond left on the card. It's just an Ace of Diamonds without a pip. And of course, I'm very sort of annoyed at this point that this had to happen, and I'm going to remedy the situation by restoring the diamond using a very complicated and tricky technique. Now, of course, if this were like a 4 of diamonds, that would be a lot more difficult because, that's 4 diamonds that you have to kind of restore. But with just 1 diamond, there's really not a whole lot that you have to worry about in terms of restoration. You just have to make sure that you have the skills. And, like I said, if it had a higher diamond count, this might be a trickier trick, but it's not. So if I just rub that center portion of the card just long enough, when I move my finger away, you'll see the diamond is not only restored, but it's restored to an actual real deal diamond. So at this point, she's probably going to say, I'm probably going to say something like, how is that trick done? Do you want to know the secret? And she'll say, yes, of course I want to know the secret. And the secret, of course, is a joke, because I'm not going to tell her how the trick works, but I am going to tell her that the secret is that I want to ask her a question. And at this point, I'll probably explain, how long I've been planning this, what I've been wanting to do for a long time, it's been about 2 months of planning and whatever. And then I'm going to tell her that we're going to basically try a little experiment. And that experiment is going to break the boundaries a little bit of reality, kind of dismantle time and space and make them something brand new. I'm going to do that like this. I'm going to basically spin and hover the ring right above my hand like that. And I'll say, with no strings attached, Eliza Lieberman, will you marry me? And of course, how can you say no to a floating ring, right? That's just not something that people do. And then of course I'll do a little bit more magic with the ring, kind of make it float here and there, and then eventually make it land in my finger, where I will then hand it to her for inspection. And then the really cool part of the trick that you get to see now is that the original deck of cards that's been on the table the whole time, been in full view, is now, I'm going to try and do something kind of interesting with it. I'm going to predict, I'm going to actually say that I have a prediction, and I'm going to ask her to select her favorite memory of the two of us. And I'm going to lay down some cards, and I'm going to ask her, I'm going to say I have a prediction, and ask her to name her favorite memory of the two of us. And she will, and I'm hoping, that she'll say something like, "This memory is one of my favorites," because, it just happened. I think she'll be too flabbergasted to think of anything else. And then I will turn over my prediction card to show that even though she examined this deck, she missed the illustration, or the illustration somehow magically appeared in the place of a playing card of the memory that she just named. Yeah, that's it. But not only did she miss that memory, she missed, or that card, but she missed a couple others. And that's the setup for the rest of the trick, which is that now every single card has a different memory on it of the two of us. This one's 4th of July in Minneapolis, one summer, spinning class. You'll get to see all these up close. This is Tucson. This will go more in a chronological order when I do. I'm going to organize it in chronological order. That's Tucson. This is the first time I played her Liza Rose. The hearts are kind of a dramatization, of course. Let's see, really interesting one is making her mix CDs in college. Jam and Java, one of our favorite places to see shows. Minneapolis, I think that's Minnehaha Falls. Is that Falls? I can't remember which falls it is. It's my favorite falls. This is when she had her accident. Helmet, leaning over her bed, very worried. Let's see here. Minnesota State Fair. It's a fun one. Lots of inside jokes, canoeing. Hiking in Sabino Canyon, Tucson. Our balcony in D.C. Moving day, which is she drove the U-Haul, and I kind of hung on for dear life just because I was so frazzled by that day. And she very heroically helped us organize and move everything. Just a picture of her just waking up next to her. I love that one. When I broke my arm and she drove me around, tried to make me feel better. Looks like her singing. Her working at the lit department. Our first time recording together. Moving into our new place together. I love this picture. I love the expression on her face in that picture. Yeah. Let's see. Her giving me my Z-band on my 19th. Gingerbread houses in Minneapolis. Those are my most favorite memories from the Lieberman household. This is when Papa died. And this is like during the first year of our relationship, and I got to be there to comfort her. And it was the first time I really got to be there for her during something kind of tragic. And it was definitely, I'm glad I was able to be there. And, I'll just kind of go through the cards. Of course, I'll spend more time on these. Summer at Lake Harriet, eating ice cream, dipping our toes into the water, and skiing. So when I was really scared, and she skied backwards down the hill, and I skied forwards. She's trying to help me feel better when I got laid off. Anyways, so these are all the memories. I just wanted to give you kind of a run-through of what the trick's going to look like, and that's it. The only thing left on the table at this point is this deck, and she'll take that, and that's going to be a keepsake for both of us. But it's something I had made for her, and I really love it. So yeah, that's the end of the trick, and I will see you later.